other radio stations listen to.
All right, it's another beautiful Tuesday morning. Today, the 28th day of April 2026. You are locked on and tuned in to Wells Radio, 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio, situated in Oluyole in the city of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. My name is Kunle Olowu, and the program you're listening now is Perspective Unlimited. And as usual, I have the usual suspects in the building. Apostle. Good morning, Chukwuemeka Munachiso. Good morning.
Good morning, Tolu.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good morning. I look like Tolu this morning.
Good morning, Tolu.
Yeah, so it's always good to have you around to discuss happenings in our country, especially as seen on the front pages of our newspaper. And just so you remember, Perspective Unlimited happens here in Wells Radio. It's 9.3 FM every Mondays to Friday between 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. What we do here is give you the front pages of some newspapers as seen in Nigeria, and then we will dig into some of the issues happening so that we can have a clearer perspective or have your perspective of the situation. Like I always say, we are not bearer of bad news. It is just for us to know what is going on and so that we can know exactly how to fit into the society and play our role and play it positively. You're welcome again on the show, Perspective Unlimited, this beautiful Tuesday morning. And yes, we'll be looking at 4 different newspapers this morning. We'll be looking at the front pages of the Daily Independent, also the front page of Vanguard newspaper, the Guardian, of course, and we would also look at the Daily Sun. So to start with this morning, we'll start with the Daily Independent newspaper. And we have a lot of stories here. We'll start with the largest caption, I should say. Industry leaders urge Tinubu investigation in Jet's A1 crisis. And there's a rider, NMDPR pegs aviation fall at 1,760 to 2,037 naira per litre. Other stories here on the front page of the Daily Independent. Military to engage veteran in fight against insurgency. That story is on page 2. And on page 29, Nigeria no longer permissive ground for drug cartel. That is according to the UNODC. Other stories here, NCAN rejects proposed raw cashew export ban, warns of economic loss. That story is on page 7. And if you stay on page 7, Zenith Bank expands footprint with Cote d'Ivoire subsidiary launch. And on page 6, FG unveils bold reform to unlock credit for women-led businesses. And on page 6 still, Sanwo-Olu endorses Amzat for Lagos governor. If you go back to page 29, experts see more borrowing despite $51.9 billion external deficits. And those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Daily Independent this morning. Moving quickly to the front page of the Vanguard, there's a press statement again, as we saw yesterday, about the Offa robbery. It's a false claim by a desperate drowning governor. That is the caption. And the full story is there right on the front page of the Vanguard, and it is signed by Yusuf Olaniyonu. That is Abubakar Bukola Saraki Media Office. It's a full story. You can find it on the front page of The Guardian this morning. And other stories on page 7, paper mills collapse. Nigeria loses 674 billion naira annually to foreign producers. Benga Hashim to NLC, defend Nigeria's democracy. That story is on page 9. And if you go to page 19, Zenith Bank launches Cote d'Ivoire subsidiary. And at page 20, how Nigerian can unlock $74 billion livestock economy. That's according to the MAIHA. Lagos Governor Sanwo-Olu ESCOs endorse Amzat. That story is on page 14. And on page 19, 50 killed in Adamawa, Benue, Plateau 23. Pupils abducted in Kogi State. Very unfortunate, but that is how it is seen on the front page of the Vanguard this morning. If we go on the front page of The Guardian this morning, this is the third newspaper we are looking at. The largest caption reads, APC risk internal crisis as governors hijack nomination form. That story is on page 6. And on page 3, PRP fraction rejects Abuja convention, alleges ADC's plot to hijack the party. Alleged coup trial, court grants accelerated hearing, bars journalists from proceedings. That story is on page 5. And on page 3, Jonathan meets Obi, others behind closed doors. That's a very interesting headline. And on page 3 again, Nigeria's envoy condemns killing of 2 citizens in South Africa. And on page 5, Jet's A1 crisis deepens as airlines warn of imminent shutdown. Then, of course, as seen on the other newspapers, Zenith expands West African presence with Cote d'Ivoire subsidiary. The story continues on page 23. On the front page of the Daily Sun, the largest caption, gunmen on rampage, and the rider stories, kill 11 in Katsina, 7 in Benue. Another story, pastor wife, 2 kids slaughtered in Plateau, kidnapped 10 students, others in Kaduna. And then the last rider story, military to engage veterans in tackling rising violence conflicts. That story is on pages 4 and 5 of the Daily Sun this morning. And 2027, Jonathan Obi others meet in Abuja. That story is on page 6. And Jet's A1 price spike forces domestic airlines to trim operations. All right, that story with that. We now spend 7.6 million naira to fuel one flight as against 2.1 million. This is credited to Ibom Air, and the story is on page 2 of the Daily Sun if you're interested in reading more about that. Zenith Bank strengthens Francophone West African presence, launches Cote d'Ivoire subsidiary on page 25. And on page 26, alleged coup, court orders accelerated trial for suspects, bars journalists from proceedings. On page 27, Ireti Kingbe, sorry I missed that pronunciation, dragged to ICPC over 100 million kickback for fake contracts. And on page 6, 2027, APC crisis deepens as Nasarawa Niger ex-IGP Adamu alleges imposition plot. Those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Daily Sun this morning. Interesting headlines we have seen this morning, sir. And I feel the insecurity is still something that we need to talk about, that we cannot overemphasize and we can't totally exhaust. We keep seeing every day about people being kidnapped, people being killed, and all sorts. And now we are hearing that in Kogi State, over the weekend, people were abducted, some were rescued. Off air, we were talking about some monarchs in Kogi State who also fled their domain because of this same insecurity. And we are now hearing about the military saying that they want to engage veterans in fight against insecurity. Now, the thing is, how do we protect lives and properties? How do we protect kids going to school? Engaging veteran military personnel, would this actually make any statement?
You see, Kunle, it's unfortunate that our country, with all the blessings, natural endowments, human beings that are living in this country, we have found ourselves in a situation where we are completely lost, where we are completely, where we no longer talk about the fragility of the state. We are talking about what is staring us in the face, terrible realities that we are facing as a people, terrible realities we are facing. And we cannot deny what the existential situation where we have found ourselves. It's unfortunate, Kunle, that Nigeria has never been at this type of crossroad for a very long time. And all these things boils down to the fact that we are given the power to fight against terrorism and making sympathetic, rhetorical, and hollow, and the secret endorsement, because what you say matters a lot. What you say, when you are given an assignment to do, what you say concerning that assignment matters a lot. Imagine statements that are coming from those who are supposed to fight terrorism, and they are making sympathetic statements towards terrorists. How do you now get the vibe to fight against terrorism? We are talking about what played out in South Africa. 2 Nigerians have gone down. We have not been able to make a strong diplomatic statement because at home, 50 thousands, hundreds are killed, and nobody is saying anything. Is it the 2 that died in South Africa that the government will have the power to speak against? No. That is why today in Nigeria, my brother, monarchs are fleeing their domain and they say they are not coming back unless the place is safe. Children going to school are now facing danger of being kidnapped. Children writing examinations are taken away by non-state actors. And yet, we have all the instruments of cohesion at our disposal to fight against this monster that is devastating our land. Now we are going to go back to people who have retired and ask them to come in. How did we come to this level?
How did we come to this level?
Lost leadership. Leadership that is bereft of what it takes to secure a state. Leadership that has abandoned its own role, what it swore to do, protect lives and property of Nigerians. And yet, we are promoting politics. A society where politics is more rewarding than building industries is a crime scene. We are talking about this thing. Look at what is going on all around the country. Politics. 2027. In Abia State, Ojuzo Kalu, the deputy speaker, and the Obezeye Kazu, the minister, they are fighting about who controls Abia State. This one is claiming the president told me to take charge. This one said the president mandated me. This one said the president has empowered me. These are the kind of clowns we see all over the place. We are talking about people, citizens dying, citizens being stolen by non-state actors, and yet we have not been able, and we have spent trillions on insecurity, and yet we are not secured. You travel from here to Lagos, you raise prayer altar for people to be praying for you to come back.
But let me quickly.
What is going on?
Let me quickly come in there. According to Punch, because I feel that some people would think maybe there are some good things to actually take out of this. Because according to the Punch newspaper, officers of the Nigerian police force in Kogi State have actually rescued 17 pupils abducted from Islamic school in Lokoja. That's according to the security agency, as they have intensified efforts to free the remaining victims. Now, it was learned on Monday that the people were kidnapped on Saturday at about 11:45 p.m. when gunmen invaded Darulu Khatib School. That's an Islamic institution with an attached orphanage located in Zaragi along NNPC Road in Kaba Junction. Now, 17 of these people who were abducted has actually been rescued.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, can we find any positives in this?
Let me tell you something. That's where we are failing as a country. And that's where we are failing as citizens.
After the capturing?
We make excuses.
Okay.
Police people, are they employed to be rescuing people? Police people, are they recruited to be rescuing Nigerians? What are they employed to do?
They are also
No, I'm coming. Are they employed to be rescuing people? You are employed to stop crime from being committed, for goodness sake. Nigerian military, are they employed to be bringing terrorists from the field and be telling us that they are repentant? They are recruited to make sure that the territorial integrity of Nigeria is preserved. So what are we saying?
But if the first action is with
because
the police,
they have failed, that's why they are rescuing. You don't rescue. You make sure that crimes are not committed. That's the sense of you are being recruited. It's not that you are rescuing. So we clap for you that you rescued. Why are you there? Why were they kidnapped? Why were you kidnapped in the first place? Where were you when you were kidnapped? You are rescuing, and we should clap hand. Oh, you have rescued them. Is that a pat on the back? No. We should tell her, look, I love this country, my brother. In fact, it bothers me every day that we have descended into a pit. I don't know how we are going to come out. What is this? We are rescued. So we go and give and shout, praise the Lord. They have rescued. What were you giving? What was your brief in the first place? To stop this thing from happening. Government will come out and say, we have rescued the 10 people from poverty. Were you elected to create poverty in the first place? That is the question. Were you elected to create poverty? So that you have rescued people from poverty, so you are clapping for yourself. Some people will say, governor is paying salary. Were you employed not to be paying salary? Were you recruited? Were you voted in not to be paying salary?
But some people would
Is
want
it an
to
achievement?
say, yeah, but some people would want to say all over the world.
I don't know who did this to us. Our mindset has been configured. We are not thinking.
But some people want to say that all over the world, government celebrates such achievements.
Listen, this is not an achievement.
But all over the world,
I'm coming. If it's an achievement, why are we in a precarious situation in our country? Why is insecurity all over the place? It will be an achievement if people will if I can travel from here to Sokoto without anything happening. That's an achievement. But if I travel, I'm going from here. I didn't even reach in the Niger State at Mokwa, and I'm kidnapped and I'm rescued. He says an achievement. Achievement is that there's no crime. Achievement is that I will leave my house, go to Lagos and come back without going to pastor to fast and pray for me. That's an achievement. So that I go to Lagos and come back and on the road I ran into a bush because some people came out. Is that an achievement? It's not an achievement. And that is where we are getting it very wrong in this country. We are not telling ourselves the truth. And look, Kule, I will die speaking the truth. Because we are not making progress. We are not. Why are you saying all these things? You rescue people. We come and be clapping. Where were you when these people were kidnapped? Where were you not there? That's the question.
So let's quickly touch on something you mentioned while you were analyzing initially. Is about the xenophobic attack in South Africa. And there are reports that a fresh xenophobic violence in South Africa has claimed the lives of 2 Nigerians, triggering fear and panic within the diaspora community and prompting urgent diplomatic engagement by the federal government. Now, the development comes as Nigerians living in South Africa demanded protection by the federal government, saying that protecting Nigerians abroad is both constitutional and moral obligation of the government. Now, this is not even in Nigeria. These are Nigerians in diaspora. And we've heard of these xenophobic attacks before some years back. I think it died down and it is coming back into light again. What should be the federal government's response?
Look, federal government, like as usual, go and read what the envoy said. Stop killing Nigerians. This is not a time to be telling people we are brothers and sisters. There is need for a strong diplomatic engagement, which we lack, because Nigeria is a weakened state. We are negotiating with terrorists. We are pampering them. We are even, people that are killing us, we are even pampering them. Now, where will we get the power to engage with South Africa? Go and check what Ghana did. Do we have such a thing?
But do we have anything we can use to punish South Africa? Do we
not
have some,
punishing.
Do we have some sanctions they can get?
I'm not saying you should punish South Africa. I'm saying that you should negotiate from the point of strength, not weakness. You should give it to them. And South Africa, look, if you dare do this, go and check what happened during Abacha. Abacha was the only leader in this country where Nigerians were not harassed anyhow. Go and check it. When you touch Nigerians anywhere, Abacha will deal with you. Go and check now. But look at what's happening. Nigerians are being killed all over the place. Who talks? Even the ones that are dying at home. Nobody cares about who lives and who dies. Now, and do you know what is creating the problem in South Africa? Some of the politicians in South Africa, when they are coming out to talk to the people, they make mention of, we would have done better, but their jobs have been taken away by foreigners. You create an atmosphere for crime to be committed, just like we are doing here. We are doing the same thing in Nigeria. That's why you hear somebody saying, Atiku and Obi should not come to campaign as in Southwest. Who created the atmosphere for such an individual to make such a statement? And after he made such a statement, what has happened to him? That is why we are where we are. Nigeria is in a weakened state. It cannot take any diplomatic action against South Africa. If we have strong leadership, brother, Nigeria will be respected outside, but we don't even respect ourselves here. Look at what is going on in Nigeria. A pastor and his wife and children wiped off. 50 people killed in Nasarawa. Monarchs ran away from their domain in Kwara State. Children in Kogi kidnapped from their classroom. People that went to Rai Jump. What kind of country is this? Which country will even respect you when you are talking? When you cannot even secure your home? You can't secure your home. You see people outside you secure. Those Nigerians have gone, and they have gone. When a country does not value the life of citizens, that country is in a mess. America came all the way from America to rescue a 27-year-old boy in Kaduna because he was kidnapped. One individual. They came and rescued the guy and took him away. Nigerians will die in numbers in this country, and yet there is no, people are still in IDP camp as I'm talking. People that are supposed to be in their homes, people that have future, people that have plans, that just like you and I, people that are aspiring for something great. The country disappointed them. They are still in IDP camp. And where will you go and talk to South Africa that you killed 2? South Africa will tell you, but how many die every day in your country? No, only 2 we killed. And you are coming to, wait. And you are coming to harass us that we killed 2. Because it's not, it's a game of, it's become a game of numbers.
Yeah, but I think it's a little different because according to the Consul General, they disclosed in a statement that Emmanuel, that's one of the people who died, that he died from injuries allegedly sustained after being beaten by personnel of the South African National Defence Force. Now, it is the South African National Defence Force. It's not like some bandits or maybe some street fight in South Africa. This is actually the government of South Africa and actually killing a Nigerian.
That even made it worse. A government killing a citizen of another government. And our government is going there to read platitude, just like we do here. We're on top of the situation. We are going to engage at a high level. All rules.
But don't you think people would think they should still employ some level of diplomacy?
Which diplomacy? What kind of diplomacy?
I mean, like you have mentioned, we regret this. It's just to
listen. How many times are we going to be saying all this things we are saying? Has it stopped killing of Nigerians? Because we are weak at home. When you are weak at home, there's nothing you can do outside. If you are strong at home, you have solved the problem of insecurity. Terrorists are afraid of you. You will have that muscle to engage anything that is happening outside. But if at home, you as a father, you are even weak, your children are being, what of the ones that went outside? You will see it as a normal thing. It's a shame that Nigeria and South Africans are ingrates. They are ingrates, honestly speaking.
Why would you say that?
I'm coming. Jobless people, lazy as hell. People who don't want to work, and yet they want.
But I don't think this is general.
Wait. That is the general picture. Nigerians are not.
The picture.
I'm coming. Nigerians are not lazy. I have traveled to some countries in Africa. When you see a Nigerian, you will know him. Very domineering. He's not afraid. He takes risk. He works. South Africans don't work.
But some people believe these are the problems they have in Nigerians living there.
I'm coming.
Okay.
The problem they have, I watched some of the videos. Imagine a man coming out. They are coming here to take our women. His problem is women. Imagine. I'm telling you, some of them are coming to say, they are coming here to the work they cannot do. Nigerians will roll up their sleeves and do it because nobody will leave this environment and go outside and become useless. No, Nigerians are hardworking people. So when they go there, the jobs they refuse to do, Nigerians will do it. And that is the cause of envy. And they don't take care of their women. Imagine if you are a man, you are not working. How can you take care of a woman? Nigerians work and take care of their women, and they are not happy with it. That is the grouse. I'm telling you. The jobs that they're supposed to do, because of their ego, because of they will not do it, Nigerians will do the work. Just imagine the times Ghanaians came here. Ghanaians were doing so many menial jobs, which our people cannot do. And they were making money. That is the reason why South Africa and the government of Cyril Ramaphosa is a shame to African Union. We are coming at last to read jaded, to give jaded excuses. We are brothers. They should not be killed. That is nonsense. Have you been able to arrest the people that murdered nationals of another country?
Inside your country.
Inside your country. And you are coming here to read and our government will even come and tell you now, we have engaged South Africa. The president is on top of this. It's a lie. That is it. And one thing I want to tell you, Kunle, Nigerians are hard-working people. If you have ever gone out of this country, because nobody will leave Nigeria and go out and mess up. Nigerians are hard-working people. That's why wherever they go, they create a presence, and you cannot ignore them. Because they know where they are coming from.
Nigerians are hard-working people. You heard that from Chukwuemeka Monachiso, who is our analyst this morning. We're talking about the xenophobic attacks in South Africa and how the Nigerian government has actually responded to that. We are going to go on a quick commercial break now. When we come back, We will be digging into more stories as seen on the front pages of our newspaper this morning. You are still tuned in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio, and the program is Perspective Unlimited. We will be back.
FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Let me guess, you enjoy talking. You always have something to say. And somehow, people actually enjoy listening to you. So why are you not on radio yet? What are you waiting for? Wells Radio Media Academy is giving you the perfect opportunity to become a certified broadcaster in just 6 weeks. You'll get hands-on studio experience, learn from industry professionals, and understand what it takes to actually own the mic. From radio presentation to news writing to public speaking and social media, everything you need all in one place. Admission is in progress right now as resumption is on the 18th of May 2026. Admission form is available for just 5,000 naira only. This is not one of those maybe someday opportunities. This is now. Don't just sit back and listen to other people shine. Step up and let your voice be heard. For further inquiries, call 0706 840 7359 or 0803 509 3394. Begin your journey to becoming a certified broadcaster today.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it, with delivery to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website, websites www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817 665 7060, 0707 338 4828, SEC 0209 462 1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back to Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio, situated in the heart of Oluyole in the city of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. My name is Kunle Olowu, and I'm seated here with Mona Chiso Chukwemeka, who is our analyst. You've been hearing his voice since we started this program, and you would hear it till we end the program. So we talked about this xenophobic attack in South Africa. And we are going to move to other stories as seen on the front pages of our newspaper this morning. But before that, we would like to call on the people at home. If you want to be a part of the show, please, all you need to do is call the studio line on 09168931000 or 09153334893 or 0911333389. You can also drop a message on our Facebook fan page at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. You can drop your comments and we will read them out to you. Okay, so back to our discussions. There is one headline here that is actually very prominent on at least 3 of the newspapers. It is the meeting between Obi and former President Goodluck Jonathan. Now, we are seeing that fresh details have emerged on the rationale behind the closed-door meeting between former President Goodluck Jonathan and the ex-Anambra State Governor Peter Obi. That happened yesterday as the political consultations ahead of the 2027 election intensifies. The clarification was provided by Obi's former campaign spokesman and the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement Worldwide, that is Dr. Yunusa Tanko, in an exclusive interview with The Punch that we are seeing the story from. Jonathan Obi had earlier made behind closed doors in what observers see as part of Obi's expanding political outreach. And the meeting, which quickly went viral on social media, was publicized by ADC Vanguard, that's the mobilizing wing of the African Democratic Congress Coalition, which shared video and photos of its ex-handle. Now, this looks like a very strong meeting between Goodluck Jonathan and Peter Obi. Before we go into that, we have a caller on the line. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name and where are you calling us from? Adegoke. Okay, good morning, Adegoke. You have the floor.
Yeah, concerning insecurity, they should please help us to put a lasting solution to the insecurity that is facing us in this country. And killing, kidnapping has been going on every day. So they should please help us to do the needful on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adegoke, for your contribution. Okay, so looking at this meeting between Peter Obi and Jonathan, Jonathan initially, while he was in power, wasn't so popular. But I think he became more popular after he left office, looking at what the preceding administration did after taking power from him. Do you think this alignment or this meeting could actually mean something for Peter Obi?
Well, in politics, there is a need for alignment and realignment.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from? Yes, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
My name is George. I'm calling from Ologweru.
George from Ologweru. Good morning, sir. You have the floor.
Thank you. I want to advise that Kunle.
Yes, sir.
Don't engage on unnecessary argument with your analyst.
No, I'm not arguing, sir.
You take too much time in arguing on things that does not help your presentation, because before you know it now, your program will be off. It doesn't give us time to discuss issues. When I saw this thing that happened in an orphanage, what has orphanage that these people should go there to disturb the life of those children who are already in suffering and they are being taken care of? What does that speak about our country? What does it speak about our country? You are killing people. People cannot travel. They cannot move from one place to the other. They cannot go to their farm. Businesses are being ruined. People are in their house. You set their house on fire. Now you have gone to an orphanage to go and disturb the life of those children that are being cared for by good people. What happened in South Africa? We will see more, because our leaders don't value the lives of Nigerians. Look at them talking about politics when Nigerians are being killed every minute. You don't engage with this unnecessary argument with your analyst. Thank you very much for the work you are doing.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. But just for the purpose of clarity, I am not arguing with the analyst. No. Yes, I am just I don't have my opinion. No. Yes, I don't have my opinion. I'm just saying what people out there might be saying. So my job is not to give my opinion. We have another caller on the line. Good morning. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning, Mr. Kunle.
Thank you very much. Good morning, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Comrade Ige.
Comrade Ige.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning. You have the floor, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Chukwemeka.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
How was your night?
It was fine.
Thank God. You see, the discussion between Jonathan and Obi. If it is what God wants, let it be so. Yes. Anything that happens, my belief, as you know, Mr. Chukwemeka, I believe in what God wants. Because our people in this country today, it is what they want, not what God wants. We are not doing what God wants in this country. God letting is too much. And that is what is really happening now. Like the last speaker said, what our leaders are looking when all these things are happening. And unfortunately, this coalition they are talking about, they are the so-called old people in the system. They are still running this, what they are calling coalition, like David Mark, whatever. Let new set of people now comes out and do the correct thing. Because all this about Basanjo and Babasope, all this kind of thing cannot help us in this country. If it is what God wants, it is what Obi and Jonathan are doing. I pray let it work. Because the security situation in this country today it is nothing to write home about. I pray God help us in this country.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr.
Comrade
Ige. Yes, thank you very much, Comrade Ige.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for your
You see,
call.
Before that call came in,
yes,
I was saying that in politics, there is need for alignment and realignment.
Okay.
You understand? And it's not a solo project. You have to reach out. Okay.
Yes, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good
Hello,
morning.
good morning, sir.
Good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Thank you, sir. Ruth calling from Malakia.
Ruth from Malakia. You have the floor, ma.
Yes, sir. Hello?
Hello, yes. Okay, go on. I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, the issue of insecurity really shows a clear failure of our leadership. But people deserve safety, but yet life and livelihoods are still at risk without strong action. So it's high time the government do the needful on time. Because I just keep asking this question: is our government ready to even take real action? The way insecurity just keep worsening daily. We are tired of losing innocent life, for God's sake. They should please have mercy on us. So it's that time we start begging them now. So we don't even know what to do again. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much, Ruth from Malakia.
You see, Kunle,
yeah.
There is need for alignment and realignment. I grew up, I saw politics when I was growing up as a child. We didn't have primitive, cave-minded men jostling for leadership position in Nigeria. They traveled wide. They made consultations across the length and breadth of this country. I remember vividly Chief Obafemi Awolowo. I was in the southeast as a child in primary school. He came to the east. He went and he met a lot of people. You understand? I remember Bola Ige coming to Onitsha. Hear him speak fluent Igbo. He traveled wide. But what do we have these days? Men who have cornered Nigeria, took a lot of money, believe that with their money they can do anything. You don't do that. Nigeria is supposed to be a constituency. You must realign and they align with people from other ethnic nationalities. That will give you a broad mind. That will make you that when you are eventually thrust to the center stage, you are not primitive in everything you are doing. You are not being clannish. You don't take people because of a clan. You don't do that. Nigeria becomes the center stage of all you want to do. That is why there is need for alignment and realignment. But when you sit down somewhere and you are not making any connection with other nationalities, Nigeria is a nation of nations, you are not likely going to do well. So alignment and realignment is very, very important in every political permutation. You said something about Jonathan becoming more popular. Yes. He did the unthinkable. Everything was wired so that Jonathan will reject the outcome of that election. He accepted it. And that was what gave him
that
the platform where Jonathan is being recognized all over the world.
So as it stands, you believe that the alignment between Jonathan and Obi is a strong one?
It's not only Jonathan. Obi has gone to the north. He has gone to meet Bala Mohammed. He has gone to meet so many people. You understand?
So it's aligning with the south-south.
South, the north, every corner, there is need. He even wanted to go to OAU to deliver a lecture. They denied him the platform of using OAU. And to me, it's an assault on intellectualism because he would have talked to the students. They would have given him the lame excuse they came up with that they didn't apply on time because of that. Was it the same thing also when they wanted to use the Abuja Stadium? They didn't apply on time. Yes, they didn't apply on time. This is primitive politicking we are doing, which will not help this country. Kule, I don't care where the president of this country comes from. You know, I've said it repeatedly here. As far as the president will see Nigeria as his own constituency, if you are still tribal in your thinking, if you are still clannish in your dealings, if you are still primitive in everything you are doing, you are not worthy to be a Nigerian leader. A Nigerian leader will welcome me as an Igbo man. He will welcome somebody from Yoruba land. He will welcome somebody from Nupe. He will welcome somebody from Sokoto, irrespective of your religion. That is a leader that we are looking for in Nigeria. A leader that when you want to make an appointment, you look for the best. Nigeria has a lot. People that can make this country work. You stretch out your tentacle. You bring people from different background because when they come together, my people have a proverb that when we urinate together, it will foam. But when you bring people only within your clan, people within your this thing, mind it, we just check what you are doing. Nigeria is so large, so big. You understand? So there is need for alignment. There is need for realignment. And I remember vividly in, I think, 1979, Aminu Kanu and all of them, they were all going all over the place. They didn't stay in their place and because they didn't have money to throw around. But they have something to offer Nigerians. What we have today are people who don't have anything to offer Nigerians except money. Throw money at people, they buy you over, you begin to think, you begin to talk. So, something you have even said before, you begin to unsay them. Is that politics? That's not politics. Politics is that you reach out. As big as Nigeria is, you reach out to every nook and cranny of this country. You get the best. You get the best hands. You don't concentrate only within you. You don't do that. You don't do that. Because you want to create a Nigeria where everybody will contribute something to the table. Because it's a project. And you want the project to succeed in your own time. You look for the best. And the best in Nigeria, we have a lot. Across nationalities, across religion, we have the best.
All right, you're still locked in and tuned in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. And the program you're listening to is Perspective Unlimited. My name is Kunle Olowu, and you're listening to Mona Chiso Chuku Emeka, who is our analyst this morning. If you want to be a part of the conversation, call the studio line on 0916-893-1000 or 091-5333-4893. You can also call 09113333-893 to be a part of the program. You can also send us messages on our Facebook on Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. We will be glad to read your message and know your thoughts on what we are talking about. So back to the Obi and Jonathan alignment. Over the weekend, there was a summit in Oyo State about opposition parties trying to come together to endorse one candidate to contest against the ruling APC. And part of the people who were present at that summit was Peter Obi and also former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. We know that both of them have ambitions. Abubakar said that he is not contesting again after this one if he doesn't get the ticket or if he doesn't win after this one. He has said this is going to be his last shot. And Obi, too, is, like you rightly pointed, trying to get alignment with people in different geopolitical zones, as we have seen with what he just did with Jonathan now. Now we don't know who the joint party would want to endorse. We know that Obi wants the endorsement. We know that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar wants the endorsement. Now, with all of these consultations and alignments, what if eventually Atiku wants the tickets more than Obi? How and what this alignment is trying to do is trying to bring one candidate that will be strong enough to fight the existing government. Now, with all of this, does it not look like they are not speaking in one voice?
No, in politics, you are not expected to speak with one voice at the initial stage.
At the initial stage.
Yes, there will be a Tower of Babel, so to say. And what I want to advise them is this. If you truly love Nigeria and you have something to offer, and you see, I believe in contest of ideas. People come to the table. What do you want to offer Nigerians in view of where we are right now? The people who will select them or people who will vote for them will have a clearer picture of people they want to give their ticket within the party first. Because any party that has no internal democratic mechanism cannot offer democracy to the country. So before the person will now come and represent the party in the election. But the reason why some people are not doing it is because they believe that they have a lot of money. Money will speak for them. There's no need to come. Okunle, I witnessed the political debate. Very interesting. People will...
Where in this country?
In this 1979. Okay, maybe you are still young.
1979.
I'm coming.
No, I was not young.
I'm coming. Political debate. People not reading from the script. You will come as you are, and people will be throwing questions at you. That's where you know men. people who are prepared.
Isn't that what is similar to a town hall now?
But how many of them are going for town hall meeting? How many of them? They run away from it because they have nothing to offer. You understand? You come and face people. You don't know the question they are likely going to ask you. They will ask you some mind-boggling questions, penetrating questions that will rattle you, and you must provide an answer. That's how they engage you, and they gauge whether you are really up to the task. What do we do now? We throw money all over the place. We look for endorsement. People will come and they endorse us. We promote personal absolutism in a democratic structure. It doesn't work.
Hello, good morning. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning. George calling back.
Oh, okay. George calling back. Yes, you have the floor.
I want us to speak to our politicians that campaigning for this coming election should be something that should be directed to what they want to give to Nigerians.
Sorry, can you say that again?
A lot of expectation.
What they want to give to Nigerians.
They want to offer Nigerians.
Okay.
We have passed through excruciating suffering and killings, and all we need now is succor, where people will see that these people that are coming to rule us are going to give us relief from every pain we have suffered in the last 4 years. That is what we want. So it's not this DJ and the musical jamboree they call what they call it campaigning. They should not bring that one in, and they should not go to any other country to go and tell them what they want to do for Nigerians. They should tell us here, not going to Chatham and what they call it in Britain and all the rest of it. So they should be, like Chukwemeka is saying there, they should give room for people to ask them questions.
Tough
what
questions.
Do you want to do for us? Yes. These are the type of campaign we want this time around. We don't want all this musical jamboree that they call campaigning. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your thoughts, Mr.
Kule,
George.
that's exactly what I saw. You understand? As a child growing up, people, no DJ, no music, no sharing of cap or T-shirt.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. With the crop of politicians we have,
we don't have politicians. We have businessmen who are buying and selling Nigeria. Stop calling them politicians. They are not politicians. Politicians leave something in people. They leave something in people. You understand? They don't take something out of people. They leave something in people and for the people. But when you have all these people that are running all over the place as politicians, they are all businessmen. They are real politicians leave. Why are people still talking about Chief Obafemi Awolowo?
Because he's a politician.
He left something in the people and for the people.
So now we are saying we don't have
this crop of politicians, what will you remember them for? No, tell me now. I still remember Dr. Mike Okpara in the Southeast. Go and check. Why is he more popular than Zeke? Zeke didn't leave anything for the Southeast. It was just gallivanting and he was just a ceremonial president. Mike Okpara is more popular. What did Ojukwu leave for the Southeast? He left something for them. Desire for freedom. You leave something inside the people. That's what makes you a politician. That's what makes you a leader. Not that you leave. People will celebrate your absence and say, thank God that we have good riddance to a bad rubbish. Is that the legacy we want to leave? Me as a father, I'm not preparing the road for my children. I'm preparing them for the road. So that when I leave, they will say, yes, my father prepared me for the road. That's what I want to leave in them. That's legacy.
So you are saying now that we cannot have, as it is now, as it stands now, we cannot have those crop of politicians.
Go and check what they are giving out now. Indomie, rice. During the time of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, did they give us all those things? They didn't give us, and we followed them. Because they had something more than rice and Indomie. These people believe that. That is why performance is the best tool for campaign. Performance. Not money, not throwing money around. Your performance is the best tool for campaign. Quote me anywhere. When there's no performance, you have nothing to campaign for, or to campaign with. But performance is the best tool for campaign. Performance, scorecard.
All right, that is all we can take on Perspective Unlimited this morning on Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Thank you very much, Munachiso Chukwuemeka, for your contribution this morning.
Thank you for having me, Kunle.
Yes, and I would like to say thank you to everybody who has called in and participated too in the program this morning. Remember, Perspective Unlimited takes place every Monday to Friday between 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred Wholesome Radio. You do join us again tomorrow, same time, same venue, same dial. And you have to stay tuned again for our next program, which is AM Sports. Till tomorrow again, stay blessed.
Please listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.